welcome back, guys. So, the Sour Patch Kids Inc. Have you guys heard of them? SBI? Yeah, so this is my third attempt at recording my take on the whole situation of what's going on with this whole insane things that have been happening with not only Sour Patch Kids, but a bunch of other ones that, for my personal safety, I'm not going to mention the names, but you guys all know who I am talking about. So hopefully you guys will watch the entirety of the video, or at least as much as we can, because I'm going to cover quite a bit of stuff and I'm going to try and keep it as brief as possible. So I'll be honest with you guys, I didn't really want to make a video about this up until the point where the whole Cabrutus Gate started happening, and that's when they started going out after individuals. So Cabrutus, he just created a page, a group, whatever you want to call it, on Steam that just lists what games these companies, Sour Patch Kids, have proudly been working on. And then they started crying victim, and then they started trying to get Steam to take down Cabrutus's page, Sour Patch Kids Inc. detected, and then they started encouraging others by reposting the Steam Curator page and sharing his information, like his social medias and whatever, and they were flat out been encouraging their supporters and their friends to go and harass Cabrutus and the Steam Curator page to get it removed. And that is dirty, and that sucks. So a little while ago, I was blocked by a whole bunch of the Sour Patch Kids Incorporated, their fellow Montrealers. I'm a Montrealer as well. Another reason why I kind of didn't really want to make this video, because they are a company and they are working with every single Montreal developer, so there's really no way now that I could ever hope to get a job in any of these companies like Ubisoft, EA, Eidos, and whoever else is still around. And I did kind of want to work in the game industry. I'm a good writer, I'm a good concept artist and story conceptor. But now, because they all know who I am, and they all for some reason decided to vilify me and block me, simply because I never said anything bad about them up until that point. All I simply said was Sour Patch Kids Inc. are nothing more than corporate bullies, and that's what they factually are. All of these companies that are forcing stuff into these games, they are all now 100% corporate bullies. And what's worse, especially in Canada, Justin Trudeau land, these companies are now actually protected and endorsed, promoted by our government. We literally, in Canada, we literally have a checklist. If you want to make a TV show, if you want to make a movie, if you want to make whatever, if I was a podcaster and I had a group of people in my channel, I would actually have to fill out a form of diversity to see how many check boxes I have. That way, the more check boxes I have, the more the government, the CRTC, will promote and fund my channel, encouraging the success of my channel, TV show, or movie. And that is exactly how things work in Canada for the past few years. And bro, trust me, Canada has the worst, the cringiest, most insufferable shows and commercials that you will ever freaking see. It's bad, man. It's bad. I've been watching Canadian television with my mom a couple times a week for the past couple of years. Bro, American American programming so much better. It is so much better. So there's something that I want to discuss, and it's really something that people aren't talking about, and I'm not sure, actually I know why they're not talking about it. It's because people would rather be angry and hearing bad news about Sour Patch Kids Incorporated and all their ilk and things like this. But I really do think it's actually important to talk about it. So last summer, during the Summer Game Fest, there was a game that was being previewed, and I loved it. It's called Tales of Kenzera Zau. The moment I saw it, I wanted to get it, and it was one of the few games that I saw on that show that I was actually hyped for, and I liked it. So it's an indie developer, and the game is being published under EA. So we all know EA. They work with the Sour Patch Kids, right? The very, very sour, bitter Patch Kids. Man, cranky babies need to be put to sleep sometimes, you know? You go to sleep, wake up, you'll feel a lot better. You will feel a lot better. So the reason why I'm mentioning Tales of Zendara is because Sweet Baby did actually have its claws in it. If you look at the Sweet Baby Inc. page, up until the recording of this video, March 28th, yeah, tomorrow, we're the 28th, because tomorrow Stellar Blade is coming out. So guys, I'll be making some videos on that. Sorry about that. So as far as I remember, Sweet Baby had nothing to do with the narrative, the writing, the story of the game Tales of Kenzera Zau. There's a demo on Steam. Try it out. And let me know what you guys think of it, because I will be purchasing that hopefully on day one. Depends on how things are with Stellar Blade. Sorry, Abubakar, but it's Stellar Blade. So since Sour Patch Kids are involved, it was put on the Cabrutus. By the way, I'm part of the Curator group. I am one of the nearly, if not 300,000 members of Sour Patch Kids Inc. Detested. And people are starting to bash the game, and I've been reading some of the comments on Abubakar's Twitter account, and I started making a couple of comments. You know, people are making the regular stuff. I'm not buying this game because it's Sour Patch Kids worked on it and it's woke. So one of the comments I made on it was like, bro, what is woke about this game? Because the main character of the game is a black character, and it takes place in fictitious mythological Africa. Bro, you have no idea what woke is. So the thing with the involvement of the Sour Patch Kids, what are they gonna do? What kind of narrative could Sour Patch Kids inject into this game? So firstly, the guy that made the game, he is African. He is making a game about his African heritage and the mythology of Africa, and he made the game to honor his father. So what are they going to do? Are they going to educate Abubakar on how to be more African? Are they going to educate him on his African history and his descendants and things like this? No, there's nothing woke about the game, and I do think the game looks freaking fantastic. Keep in mind, this is an independent developer. He made the game himself and got the backing of EA through, unfortunately, Sour Patch Kids. And the thing is, I don't think, because I've been following this guy for a little while, and I got his permission. We had a little bit of a exchange back and forth on Twitter, so here's our communication. So he had read a couple of the posts that I made on Twitter, and he likes my take because it's a reasonable take, just like this video is a reasonable video. And I got his permission to share our short communication. So thank you very much, Abubakar. I really do appreciate it. So I've been following up on this guy and checking things that he's been posting and whatever, and checked out a bunch of his interviews. bro, he's as far as I have seen, he's an upstanding guy. He hasn't made any comments or any replies attacking the people or insulting people who are actually insulting him and his game just because Sour Patch Kids were involved. And here's the thing, like, he writes on a lot of his posts, no agenda. And I believe when I read that, because he hasn't lashed out at anybody, and I haven't seen anybody who's under his umbrella doing the same thing. So I honestly think that he was not aware of the things that the Sour Patch Kids had been posting about. And trust me, man, these are some horrible, horrible things that their employees have been saying. I'm not going to get into all the details. There's tons of videos on YouTube. You can go and check them out. You can check out a good friend to the channel, Saladino. He's been covering he's been covering the Sour Patch Kids stuff quite well, and I do think he has a very reasonable take on the whole situation.
Black as the ace of spades, but 100% American.
Like I said, I'm not going to talk about these companies. Yeah, so I don't think that Abubakar had any knowledge of what kind of things that their employees have been working on, and the kind of tactics that, by the way, Kim also blocked me on Twitter. Mercant also blocked me. I think there's at least like 6 of their cohorts in and out of the Sour Patch Kids that have blocked me. So I don't think that Abubakar was aware of the history of the Sour Patch Kids. And what's gonna suck is because now his game, Tales of Kenzera, is on the Curator page, it's gonna financially suffer. And that is the worst thing, one of the worst things that the Sour Patch Kids, Bridge, and all these other companies have done, that are going to completely destroy these companies who made their games in good faith with no agenda, like Tales of Kenzera, and everything that they invested in their game will be for naught. No one's going to buy the game because, oh, it's on a curated page. So we need to have some sort of understanding. See, I'm about compromises. I like to meet people in the middle, even the people that I don't agree with. And then you have other people who have absolutely no interest in any sort of compromise. It's their way or the highway, and that is pure evil. And I don't understand. I've been working in the corporate field for almost 20 years now, and I've managed in companies, I've had good positions. Bro, I have never seen a tactic like this before, where you have a product that you are selling for a very, very expensive price, mind you. In Canada, a AAA game is going to run you $90 plus tax, $103 with your Quebec Beavertail tax. And you are protesting your consumer? You are threatening them, you are insulting them, you are calling them racist, bigots, and all these things that your customers are not. And then your game comes out and you blame that same customer for not supporting your game. Bro, here's some logic for you, all right? The community, it's not like a couple thousand people, right? The happy community, right? There are millions of them, right? So here's their logic. Their logic is, I'm willing to bet they can insult their actual consumer because the other community will back them and buy their games. Bro, we have seen that factually does not work. Even they aren't buying your games. Men aren't buying your games. Women aren't buying your games. Whatever genders you want to talk about, whatever, factually, they are not buying your games. Nobody wants to touch your stuff. You should be making millions of dollars off of the people that you are trying to target as your target audience. But nobody wants your product because you're insufferable and you attack people and you insult people and you are not grateful for your opportunities. So there's a lot more that I could say, but I've already been talking for long enough. To the 20 or 30 people that are going to get a chance to watch this video, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you guys think about everything that I had said in the video. I just want to make it clear, I don't cater to any sort of extremists, including right-wingers, especially not left-wingers. So I want my comments to be civil. If you aren't civil, very simple, I will block you and delete your comments. I don't want sick people part of my channel. So let me know what you guys think. I encourage you guys to at least download the demo for Tales of Kenzera. I think Abubakar and his team worked very hard on the game, and they deserve to have their game seen. Oh, I remember somebody was making fun of it because it looks like a rip-off of what's it called, the new Prince of Persia. All right, so here's the thing about that. Prince of Persia is made by Ubisoft, a multi-billion-dollar company, and they decided to make an indie game, a cheap game, and still charge you, what was it, $60 to buy a game like that. And then you have Tales of Kenzera, as far as I know, it's being released for $30 or $40 on consoles. I wish they released a demo on it on a PlayStation 5. I would love to stream it or make content on it. So you can tell it's an indie game, but they can get away with it because it's an indie developer, right? Whereas Ubisoft, like I said, the multi-billion-dollar company, trying to make a indie game, a cheap indie game, and charging you full price. Come on. The game looks fantastic. It's fast. The combat looks fluid. I'm talking about Tales of Kenzera Zau. The combat looks fluid. By the way, I am absolutely in no way, I'm looking at you guys in the eye, no way sponsored or affiliated with Abubakar or the development team of, I don't know where I'm looking, because I'm doing the front-facing camera and I'm still not used to it. So I have nothing to do with him apart from the communication that we had. I want his game to succeed, and hopefully I'm not proven wrong in whatever I have said praising him, his team, and his game. I really hope I'm not, because I will do a follow-up video about it. So please, Abubakar, I hope my faith in you is not misplaced. So I hope you guys enjoy the video. Drop a like, subscribe. I encourage you guys to turn on your notifications, because that's the only way that you guys will actually be more likely to see when I'm uploading a new video. So thank you very much, everybody. I'll catch you guys on the next time. Vega out. All right, later.